And now, 3 rounds of Fade the Noise, bold takes, sharp bets, and guaranteed heat. Introducing first, the hosts, Joe and Eric.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fade the Noise. This is episode 42. We've been off for a couple of weeks. It wasn't scheduled or anything. It just kind of happened. You know, everybody's got lives and things to deal with. You know, conveniently, it also propelled us to baseball season. And I'm looking forward to see how this season pans out. I was telling Angel before we started the show that I think it was like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. It had to have been early March or late February that I didn't see the Lakers doing anything in the NBA. Like, they'd just been kind of a disaster, and then all of a sudden, everything is smooth. They figured out their defense, their rotations. Luka decided he's going to average 40 points a night, and LeBron's like, you know what? I'm tired. Like, I'm going to just chill and make sure this all works out. And good for them, honestly. I didn't see it coming, but NBA is shaping up to be an exciting playoffs that's coming up. March Madness is also going on. It's been pretty wild. I was bummed that Texas got eliminated after it looked like they were going to go on a Cinderella run and potentially go further, and they only lost by 2. And to Purdue, too. Like, that's, I don't know. They overachieved by a large margin, and it's been wild, but that's why they call it March Madness. So we're going to dive on in to our show today. We've got a pretty cool lineup to talk about, and I know we're missing Joe. Got Angel with me here, and if you're interested in the picks, please join the Discord. There will be free picks as well, and you can get all the information. And I encourage you to sign up for VIP. There are always discounts available, like really cheap ones, saying that as somebody who has subscribed many a time to BS Discords. I encourage you to join this one. We have some really, really talented cappers in there. And honestly, this is just a really good time of year. It's not as great as, like, I can't remember what they call it. I think in October when all 4 sports converge, but this is a close second. You know, March Madness, NBA is heading into crunch time. We don't have NFL. I'm not going to mention flag football, but we've got damn near everything else. So hope to see you guys there, and let's kick things off with tomorrow's UFC card. So shockingly, it's a UFC fight night. It's not as meaningful as it was pre-Paramount, but Izzy, Adesanya, and Joe Pyfer, I don't know how to say his name, are headlining this card. And it's crazy to see Izzy's name on a fight night card compared to 2 years ago even. I know he went through a rough time. Angel's going to break down the matchup for us. Izzy is minus 148. Pyfer is plus 125. And the total is currently set at 3.5 rounds. And we looked at it. Izzy's been fighting like once a year. Again, I know he had some problems, and I hope this is his return. Like, I'm a fan of the last style bender, and I think he can make another run. So what do you think, Angel?
Yeah, man, pretty big Izzy fan as far back as it goes. As people know, he's been on a recent decline, but there's no reason why he can't get back to the winning column. This is going to be an interesting fight night. Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. We got the 4th ranked Israel Adesanya, which is pretty crazy. After 3 losses, still ranked 4th. But he's facing, the top contenders, so it only makes sense when you're losing to Dricus du Plessis, Sean Strickland, and Nasruddin Imavov. Going past for that last one. But we got 14th ranked Joe Pyfer. Pretty interesting middleweight matchup. I think that Joe Pyfer is definitely coming in with the momentum, winning 6 of his last 7 UFC fights, and his most recent win was on a submission win over, sorry if I'm not saying this right, but I believe it's Abu Sufyan Magomedov at UFC 320. So he's definitely fought a lot more recently, being that fight took place in October 4th, 2025, and the last time Israel Adesanya fought was February 1st, 2025. So I think Adesanya has hopefully been training in the gym because he is going to need it. He is looking to snap a 3-fight losing streak. He's currently 36 years old, and his last one came against Alex Pereira in April 8th, 2023. So it's been a minute, but I think if he's done it once or twice, he can do it again. He has 16 wins by knockout. So with that, he has a 24-5 record, and Joe Pyfer has a 15-3 record. Pretty good history in the UFC. Like I said, winning 6 of his 7 fights. And he has 9 wins by knockout, 4 by submission, 2 by decision. He's won a lot of awards, performance night winners, and choice debut. But is he going to be able to put up what he's done in the past against Adesanya? It's a pretty tough matchup, but I think I think Adesanya has clear experience and strength, and having spent years fighting the top of the middleweights, while Pyfer is just now taking his first true elite step up. So, can he handle the elite? I think he can. Pyfer hits harder shot for shot usually, but I think I went have to ride with my boy Izzy on this. I mean, if he stays off the fence, kicks at range, he forces the measured pace, and I think that favors Izzy in the long run. I don't think Joe Pyfer's going to be coming out with those calf kicks like Pereira's done to him. So if he can avoid, keeping them legs healthy, I think that this might be good for Izzy, and I'd like to see him get back in the winning column.
Too. I was just looking up Pyfer's history, and I mean, he's beaten some guys, like some really talented guys, and I hope having a balanced approach isn't going to be too much for Izzy, just because, like you, I want him to succeed. I want to see him, even if he's not on top again, I want to see him do well. He's super entertaining. He needs to, for all my Demon Slayer fans out there, he needs to find that scent thread that just tells you bop right there on the button. They're gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
hard
that. I think that it helps that Izzy has a longer reach, about 5 inches,
for
and
sure.
he's the cleaner technical kickboxer. So I think he's going to need that because Joe Pyfer is a younger, more explosive puncher, and his recent form and confidence is trending up as he moves into the top 15. And that's very dangerous for Izzy, but I think he's well aware of that, and I don't think he wants to get in an all-out brawl with Joe Pyfer because that might be where he can upset Izzy. But I think Izzy will play it smart and be very technical this fight.
Cool. Fingers crossed. Appreciate the insight and the background check on those. It's going to be a good matchup. Honestly, I think the card is a really good one for a fight night. Even the co-main is great. We're not talking about it on the show, but there's a lot to like. So, yeah. Cool. We're going to move on to NBA, and we're going to talk Knicks versus Thunder. That matchup is happening on Sunday. However, I think there's a lot of data to go off of. The Thunder have been dominant as usual, and the East is a mess because they suck. So, yeah. What do you got for that one, Angel?
Yeah, man, this is a pretty top of the conference matchup between the New York Knicks versus the Thunder. Taking place Sunday night as part of a double feature with the Knicks playing before the Nuggets, and it's gonna be a pretty good matchup. Jalen Brunson, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, good matchup between two of the top point guards in the NBA. This is gonna be the second and final meeting between the two teams this season. The Thunder defeated the Knicks 103 to 100 on March 4th, and they've won their last 5 straight games against the Knicks. So some would say that they might have their number. But being how close that last matchup was, all it takes is an extra shot or two to fall, make a couple of missed free throws, and that's the difference. 1 or 2 turnovers, it's usually what wins or loses games. But I think the Knicks know that. The Knicks are looking to make their 4th straight playoff appearance, and that would be their longest streak since making a run of 14 straight back in the 80s, but we won't talk that far back. After
Right.
falling to the Pacers in 6 games in last year's conference, which marked the New York's first conference finals appearance in 25 years, that they have a pretty clear expectation, which is reaching the finals, but it's going to be, I think, pretty hard because they got a tough path, and before that path even starts, they have to get through the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are the number 1 in their conference. SG He's not like many other players. He gets the points when he needs to. Gets a lot of foul calls. He knows how to draw them. A lot of free throws. The Thunder have already clinched a playoff spot, and they're looking to claim the #1 seed for the third straight season. So I think that they're trying to repeat as NBA champions, like the Warriors did back in the day. But I don't think the Knicks want that. I don't think the Lakers want that. And I think the Lakers will be the ones to stop them, but I won't talk about them much. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm not too sure what side you're leaning on, but I'm probably going to be on the Thunder side. Otherwise, I'm kind of eyeing up the total to go over because these are pretty two high scoring teams. So yeah, we'll see what kind of pace and turnovers the New York can create. But OKC gets this into transition and early clock threes. I think that benefits their game and they will come out on top.
Absolutely. And to your point, kudos to SGA for breaking Wilt Chamberlain's 20-point game record. I'm kind of surprised it hasn't happened before now, but Thunder are just deep. They're
Yeah.
deep and good. Like if your bench can be starters on most mid-level NBA teams, you're solid. I mean, if you don't have an idiot for a coach and you've got, tiny bit of luck and a little bit of leadership, I feel like you're guaranteed to go far in the playoffs. Obviously, injuries
Yeah,
permitting.
their bench is deep and it even helps more when they're healthy. And they did just get Jalen Williams back pretty recently. So I'd say it's good timing. And they're gonna need every player they got because right now it's the Shy and Chet show. But the guy's pretty insane with his stretch and shot blocking. They got a pretty good top of the league defensive rating, and I think that might be one of the reasons why they're #1 in their conference. But yeah, some people framed their last game as a finals preview, and it can totally happen since they're in opposite conferences. So who knows? One of these teams wins. Maybe they get to see each other again in the finals. That's a lot, to predict, but I don't think that happens. You never know though.
Yeah, and MVP race is probably going to be a close one. Can't really talk about it
Ooh,
till things
yeah.
shake out a little bit
think
more.
I think Luca needs a couple more 40-point games, and get the job done. But we'll see what happens.
I mean, it's been proven though, the team has to succeed along with those 40-point games. If Luca goes off for 50 every night from now until the end of the season, he might still not get it if the Lakers are losing.
Yeah, and let's not forget, we got a healthy Victor Wembanyama this year, so it's gonna be a pretty tough end of the season race. I definitely don't want, SGA to get it because he already got it, but he's that good to where he might, just get it again. But a lot of
Sure,
people are saying Victor Wembanyama is he's in the rankings right now. Nikola
of
Jokic, of
course.
course, he's always averaging triple double, so he's an automatic top 2, top 3. But yeah, gonna be tough for Luca, but it's anyone's MVP this year.
I do think Luca, I think he should get one, and I think it should be this year and next year. I mean, frankly, you could make the argument that he should have gotten one in the last 2 or 3 years,
One at
specifically
least.
2 years ago.
Finals run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
You're telling me.
but I understand it's just the whole MVP voting debate and the criteria. It's a mess. And Luka's just he's great. He deserves to be recognized for it. But to your point, Jokic got it multiple times. What, SGA is not great every year, or
hmm
Wemby, the up and comer, doesn't deserve it for literally turning
Alien,
the
bro.
Spurs around. Like by his arrival, just all right, you guys are contenders now. Let's see how this goes. I mean, Spurs are #2. I don't want to call them the dark horse. They're the horse that's on everyone's list and nobody's primarily worried about. I mean, they could take the whole thing easily.
Easily. They got shooters, they got sleepers that people don't even know about, and a healthy Wembanyama, he equals like 2 or 3 people. You can't shoot over him. He doesn't even need to jump sometimes. Yeah, man, I wouldn't want to face them, and I hope the Lakers don't have to. But with Luka averaging 39.5 points per game over his last 11 games, I think if he gets that average up just a little more, they might be forced, give him that MVP, but we'll
Oh,
see.
he just needs to up the average. Cool.
Yeah, up the average, up the wins, maybe get a finals under his belt. Boom. But hard path for
Yeah.
everyone, I'd say.
Yeah. Good luck
Easier
breaking
said
40.
than done.
No kidding. Cool. Well, Great talk, and we'll see how Knicks versus OKC breaks out on Sunday. And we're going to move to our first MLB breakdown of the season. And shocker, it's Dodgers. For anyone who was with us last year, Joe's a huge Dodgers fan. Angel is a Dodgers fan. Everyone's a Dodgers fan. I'm kind of adopted Dodgers fan, I guess. I mean, I live in Colorado and don't care about baseball, so it's certainly better than rooting for the Rockies outside of their 999 challenge I saw yesterday. You
You
get
could do it. I
nine
believe in
mini
you for
hot
that.
dogs, what are they? 9 little taster sized, like a flight of beer. You get 9 of those and you have 9 innings to finish it. And once I saw that it was
Jeez,
like the flight size for the beers and the mini size for the hot dogs, it's not a challenge.
it sounds like death.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're going to talk Diamondbacks at Dodgers. They already played a game. There's a game tonight, and there's another tomorrow, I believe. The whole series has been in LA, and LA is understandably heavily favored. I think they were minus 250 or so when I looked, and the total is currently at 8.5 runs. So, take it away, Angel. What are we looking at?
Yeah, baseball is back for good, and it's great to watch, great to play. Got a couple fantasy leagues, so I'm definitely interested in this year. Day at Dodger Stadium was pretty recent, I believe yesterday, and the Dodgers, of course, got the job done. They showed why they're the defending champions. Back to back, and they're going for the three-peat. A lot of people know this. It's hard to get done. It's hard to win one, but if you can win 3 in a row, phew, it's possible, and this is the year where they got a chance to do it. They're coming off a World Series title where they had 93 wins in 2025, and even stronger roster headed by the one and only Shohei Ohtani. They also have a new addition this year. His name is Kyle Tucker. Some would say Ohtani recruited him back in the day, but it's only speculation. I believe Kyle Tucker made a very good decision, and he joined the team where they have a lot of potential. Arizona, on the other hand, finished 80 and 82 last year, missing the postseason again, but they're coming in as a clear underdog with still upside, and they have pretty good players. One of them being Corbin Carroll, Ketel Marte, and if they can limit mistakes, this year goes a lot smoother for them, but it did not go smooth for them in game one. The Dodgers, they won 8-2. It wasn't looking pretty good for them in the beginning, but baseball is a long game, and that is why the Dodgers won in the end, because it started 2-0 when they lost. No, not lost, but the early of the game. Last year's MVP for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo, he opened up the scoring with a 2-run homer in the fourth that put the D-backs up 2-0 before the Dodgers, of course, offense exploded. It all started with a 3-run homer by Andy Pages in the fifth and finished with 4 earned runs allowed. That is Galen, not too sure. But
I
yeah,
say
man,
Galen.
yeah, that works for me. Dodgers are tough, and luckily the Diamondbacks don't have to face Yamamoto today because he went yesterday. He went 6 innings, allowing 2 runs only from the home run from Perdomo. So other than that, he settled in, retired most of the hitters he faced. Yeah, man, Dodgers are nice. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Tonight, I believe we're getting Emmett Sheehan, a young right-hander with big strikeout stuff. He's going to be on the mound for the Dodgers, and he's more boom or bust than Yamamoto, but from what he's thrown, I'm a big fan of him. And we are going to be seeing Ryan Nelson. He's one of Arizona's more effective arms the last couple of years, sitting in the low threes ERAs, but this is the Dodgers, so he's going to have a very tough matchup like any other pitcher would in the MLB going against Dodgers lineup. But I think that, if he can strike out the Dodgers, don't let him get hits. And if they got good defense, I think, they have what it takes to upset the Dodgers, but can they just, line everything up perfectly? Don't let, Ohtani get out of the park. He went 1 for 3 yesterday, scoring a run. So he's warming up, first game of the season. But yeah, tough series for Arizona. But I think the Dodgers probably going to take this series, and they're pretty favored for game 2. So if the numbers are similar to game 1, I'm probably going to lean with the over again since 10 runs were scored in the first game. So yeah, go Dodgers. and might have a best bet for this game. So stay tuned.
I will stay tuned. I just looked it up. I don't know why I thought Kyle Tucker was from the Phillies.
From the Cubs, but
I know. I just looked it up, and dude had an impressive slash last season.
yeah, I was quite surprised that they traded for him, being how, elite of an outfielder he is. But, the Dodgers, they love their elite players.
Go for what you want. I support it, and you're right. This is probably their best chance. Honestly, well, for a three-peat, that doesn't come around very often, you know?
Yeah, man, it's tough, They've done some work, getting who they've got. And I don't know what the trick is, but I guess money helps.
Of course it does. Of course it does. That's actually one of the primary reasons, because I know there have
No
been
cap, right?
some
Something like that.
conversations about the cap, and a lot of people think it would ruin baseball. I've seen some really, really funny stuff online about it. A ton of Yankee hate, which is funny and ironic. The people who can do it have done it. There's really no room to be rude about it. But you know what? Three-peats are cool. So all the best for them. I hope they pull it off. No one knows anything. Maybe it's the Rockies' year.
Anything is possible. Just started, so could be the Angels' year. Mike Trout hit a home run yesterday. He could be back, so we'll see how many games he lasts. But
Of course.
a lot of teams are hopeful this year, and I'm hoping Dodgers get a new opponent.
Angel rooting for the Angels there. I get it. Not rooting, but
Rooting too, and
appreciating.
yeah.
I know that sounded Texan. Well, for a reason. Anyway, that's the end of our coverage for the upcoming games between this evening, fights tomorrow, and then we've got basketball on Sunday. I know I mentioned it earlier, but please join the Discord. Do a trial for VIP. It's honestly extremely valuable, and see how it is. Like, betting is a hard thing, and I speak from experience, but I can tell you one thing, I have been nothing but up, and that's ultimately the goal. So I hope to see you guys there. And we're going to move into Lock It In, and all the picks are going to be Angels. I'm not an expert in any of these, and it turns out I make more money when I do what other people tell me.
Yeah, it helps when you have people that know a thing or two, Yeah, we recently talked about the Dodgers, and we'll just go right back to them. My best bet, number one, is I'm taking the Dodgers -1.5. So that means if they win by 2, the bet wins. It's at -115 right now. And not only did the Dodgers win by 2 last night, but they won by like 6. So I think
I think you're
we
right.
don't I don't think we need them to win by that much, but it is possible as game 1 went. Emmett Sheehan had a pretty good breakout 2025 campaign, and something that is sustainable is that he gets people to miss on the bats. He gets plenty of chase, and the Diamondbacks lineup, they got some stars, but I think they lack the contact quality that might not help in creating points. But on the other side, like I said, Ryan Nelson is a common fade candidate for me, or he was last year at least. So I see no reason for that to change, especially anyone against the Dodgers. So I'm going to take Dodgers by 2. And my second bet, Lakers, they are actually playing the Nets tonight, and the Lakers are pretty set for that 3 seed is looking like. But so they might even be letting Lucas sit tonight, since it's, the Nets pretty bottom of the conference. And if he does sit, the bet I'm looking for is LeBron James over 6.5 assists. Without Luka in, LeBron James averages 10 assists per game. So if Luka is not playing, I'm taking that bet for sure. And even if he does play, LeBron still gets those assists. So in or out, we're
He's
taking LeBron's
questionable.
assist. But just for rest, just because it's against the Nets, with the little threat of losing tonight, they're thinking about it. It's not official yet, but this would be the game you want to sit your best player, get him ready for the next 10, 20 game run. But we'll see. He's been fighting through a tender hamstring, so this game sets up for a prime time rest game. And you can rest your main player when you still got LeBron James and Austin Reeves manning at front. So I think, yeah, if Luka sits, give me LeBron James assists, and he might even have 6 by halftime, you know? This could be a blowout game. Otherwise, if Lakers do take it easy, they're going to be playing the full game, and that means more assists for LeBron. But yeah, those are my one baseball, one basketball, and last but not least, we are going to go UFC. I was trying to figure out a pretty good lean for this, but I think this fight goes to decision. I'm not sure what which which one wins decision, but I think it goes to decision. I am taking the time over to go, 5 rounds. So I don't know
Yeah.
who wins. Tough to pick one, but I'm seeing a decision come out of this. Pyfer doesn't get many decisions, but with going against Adesanya, I think he's gonna, take him into the long haul, get him into the deep rounds, and we'll see who scores more points. But yeah, give me the over 4.5 rounds, whatever the time is. I need to find that. But
No, it's 3.5. I was like,
sheesh,
that's a
even
great
better.
bet.
That's even better. He doesn't need to go full 5. Give me 3.5, and then they can finish each other after.
Excellent wording. Yeah, totals over 3.5 rounds on DraftKings here anyway, minus 130. So that's a solid bet with that
Thank
approach.
you. I think our master UFC person might even like that lean. Not too sure. Let me put words in his mouth, but I see that as a good angle. So that's right.
Same. And for anyone who has the option to, remember, you can take what you hear in the show and do a safer version of it. If you live in a state with legalized gambling, you can do, that fight to start round 2 or to start round 3. I mean, 2.5 minutes makes a huge difference when any move can finish it. And you just do that with something else you like. LeBron 4+ assists. I don't know, 5 even. The odds of LeBron getting those assists, I don't know what Vegas is doing. That's kind of the point of the show. And I literally just put a bunch of money on it because how does he not? He'll take care of Austin Reeves.
Nah, for
Assist
sure.
was, anyway.
If not, he'll just throw the ball off the back of the hoop and just dunk it, you know? He's still dunking at ease at 40, so we'll see.
Every year that I age and see his videos, it like wrecks my self-esteem. I'm like,
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow, and then you just see LeBron. I get it, millionaire and professional athlete, but still, the
But yeah, the GOAT.
basics.
Only scored the most points in NBA history, most games ever played, and he's still going. I'd say he has another 2 to 3 years, you know? He'll be playing with Bryce in no time. Have both the sons in the league, maybe win another ring for the Lakers, and then call it good. So we'll see. We'll see. It helps when you spend $1 million plus on your body every year.
Yeah, well, I think he's done this year.
You're crazy, but I like
I
that. You never
do.
know.
I
Yeah, I think his
do.
contract is up, so something's gonna have to happen. But I think they pay LeBron once or twice more. I'm ready for the Lakers to part ways with LeBron, but if he's not leaving the league, there's no reason to let him leave the Lakers. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, there's $50 to $60 million a year of reason.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Lakers.
I don't know, man. Like, whatever he does, everyone will respect it, and he needs to do it intentionally. Like,
Yeah,
don't
maybe
get
they.
screwed. Don't go out on a bad note. If you're done
Exactly.
and you didn't win a ring, fine. Just be like, look, I have done enough, and you have.
It's true. It's true. Anyone's gonna have him go on a good note. It's gonna be this year's Lakers team. Fingers
Agreed.
crossed. He deserves it. Let him leave happy. And we got Bronny to go back on.
Sure, pass that torch, see how the next few years go.
I don't know if you've seen him play in the G League, but if you can bring those G
Mm-hmm.
League skills to the real league, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Separate conversation.
Save it for
Uh,
next time.
yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for joining the show, Angel, and for giving us all of your insight. I like a lot of it. I already placed one bet based on what you said, and I will probably place another here in the next
Perfect.
10 minutes. For everybody watching, welcome back. Sorry about the 2-week absence. Joe's hoping to get back soon. Just personal life, people have stuff going on, and
Busy man.
you can always get his time/thoughts/opinions in the Discord, and it's really not bad, honestly. I'll talk another time about a huge mistake I made one day. Take the trial, it'll be cool. And yeah, see you guys all soon, and good luck, everybody. Hope you have a great
Peace.
opening weekend, and yeah, see you soon. Bye.
Hey, let's go, Izzy.